Warning, this content contains foul language, violence, and gore. Enjoy the story. Hey guys, this is Ravenclaw What If. Welcome back to another What If story. Now this is last time on What If female Deku was in a quirk experiment. As Izumi was skipped several grades when she was a little girl, as she already graduated high school long before she even turned 15. Now she started doing quirk research, just the pure fact that she just wants to see if she can create a quirk. There's no hidden agenda. It's just because she wants to. Now she, eventually met Momo Yairozu after attending a mandatory rich people party. Came across Melissa. David showed him Melissa. Melissa and Izumi, they have a very interesting relationship. Izumi loves to brag that she's been number two. She likes to tease Melissa. She doesn't hate Melissa. She just likes to push her buttons. The safety committee did give her a lab experiment, a test subject. It was known as the sludge villain, as she's been trying to revert the sludge villain back into the human state. She's getting close, but she's not there just yet. She eventually came down to meet Bakugo and gave him some words, wisdom. Because Bakugo's a little shit. He's too hyped up on himself. So she basically told him what was going to happen. He was going to get himself killed if he continued this path. Izumi is the same age as Bakugo, but she sees him as a kid compared to her. Izumi did Izumi finally successfully create a artificial quirk, but it had a side effect on her body. In order for her to keep the energy absorption, she has to, well, she could use it in her current state, but she can't use the full aspect of her quirk until she transforms into the transformer state. Izumi is able to absorb outside of energy sources and kinetic energy from hand-to-hand combat, as she could project it as a beam. That's where the Kai, that's where the key energy comes into play. But she is limited in how much energy she can produce. So she won't be able to destroy, a planet or anything like that. It's still Quark. There's no key energy. I'm just naming it key control. You have Izumi as she's injecting some sort of gas into the chamber where the sludge villain is being kept. As the sludge villain is screaming out in pain, as slowly the sludge starts to decrease, as it goes back into the person, as you see a woman. Let's say she has blonde hair, a blonde woman that's breathing heavy as Izumi opens the containment cage as she puts a lab coat over her. Easy. It's going to be a while before you're able to walk properly. You've been stuck in that form for far too long. Why did you help me? Simple, because I wanted to. Now, what happens now? Now, so you have two options. You could either work for me, or you could go off and do what you were doing before I captured you. Continue your life the way you have been. But if you decide to work for me, you will be given a proper paycheck every month, and I will provide you with housing. What type of job do you want me to do? Simple. I just want I just want someone to look after my mother. That's all. I want you to be her personal bodyguard. And with your sludge abilities, you'd be adequate. Modify your quirk. You'll be able to go back and forth and into the form. You don't even need to go full transformation to use your quirk. You're going to spend the next few months training your quirk properly. Are you a good guy, bad guy? I'm neither. I'm a scientist. Come, follow me. We need to get you some proper clothes. As Izumi gets her proper clothes, as Izumi begins going through tests with her, as she's she's making her to get used to her quirk. As she tweaked it a little bit. What's your name? I'm Amy. Well, Amy, considering how I'm going to be attending the Hero Academy, I expect that at some point some villains will know my identity, so I want to make sure my mother's protected. The current protection I have over my mother is not adequate. You're the you're the unknown factor that needs to make it perfect. So what do you say, Amy? As Amy agrees. Very well. As Amy's still terrified of Izumi. Excuse me, Amy. Feel free to continue training your quirk. I should be back later. I'm gonna take a walk. As Izumi decided to take a walk outside as she just wants to clear her head. I'm going to explain the kinetic energy a little better. She's able to absorb the kinetic energy and release it through physical contact. So she becomes a lot more stronger when she absorbs kinetic energy, as long as she's able to absorb the amount of kinetic energy being thrown at her. Now, the kinetic and the absorption ability of her quirk, it does have its limits. For order for her to keep her transformation stable and going, she has to ingest a good amount of sugar, like candy and sweets. Now, short pause. I decided to go with a Jiro ship in this because I kind of overused Todoroki quite a bit in my what ifs because you guys seem to love Todoroki, but I'm gonna have to change that because I don't want to overuse him. Oh, actually, it might be a mix. I'll leave you guys to decide. I'm either gonna pick. Don't know who to pick. Really, I don't want to use Todoroki in this, nor do I want to use Todoroki in my Starfire one. But well, I'll deal with that with another time when I actually make Part Zero. So I got two choices. It's either going to be Mina or Jira. I think for personality wise, I think Mina would be the best bet because she's a lot more outgoing, happy. She could bring out, her humanity in Izumi. So let's go with Mina. As Izumi, is walking as she sees Mina training with All Might, as All Might did rescue her, as she All Might kind of picked Mina for one for all. I'll be damned. It's All Might. And who's that girl? It must be his successor. Yeah, I know he's been looking. It's always a good thing that it's a good thing I bugged his home. I figured that sort of information would come in handy one day. As All Might's training Mina, she's picking up trash at Deku Beach. Hello, Toshinori. Oh, hello, Izumi. What do I owe the pleasure? Oh, I was just taking a nice, relaxing walk. Just clearing my head, and I saw you training with, the pink girl. So I take it she's your successor? Shh, not so loud. Relax, All Might. No one's going to overhear us. The girl shows great promise. She has a heart of a hero. She was willing to do whatever she could to protect her friends. That's a remarkable trait for a hero. I suppose. So what are you having her do? Just clean up the beach. I need to get her body ready for my quirk. One for all. Interesting. There's better ways to go about it, but let's still do it. It still do the same thing. I would have done it more professionally, but you're not the brightest light bulb in the barn. Are you insulting me, Miss Midoriya? No, I'm just stating the facts. Oh, and All Might. Oh, Toshinori. I'll be attending UA. As he looks at Izumi suspiciously. Why would you want to go to UA? You're quirkless. Not anymore. What? You know I've been doing research on quirks. I have finally created a permanent artificial quirk. And I'm going to UA to test it out. It's a good testing ground. Nezu has already approved my application. I'll be attending the intro exam. It's more of a formality. I know I'm going to pass it. As a prodigy, it should be a cakewalk. Speaking of cake, I do have a sweet tooth. Who's this? That's me that, rushes over to All Might. Oh, yeah, this is Izumi. We're, past acquaintance. Hello, Mina. I am Izumi Midoriya. It's very nice to meet you. Yeah, I'm Mina Ashida. It's a pleasure to meet you. She has a bright smile. Oh, you're one of those types. No wonder All Might picked you. Is she confused? Don't worry. I know about what you two are doing. Here's my card. Join me if you want to get your quirk. Want to get, give me a second, guys. I totally forgot what it's called. If you want to train one for all properly, I have the technology to train it more more sufficiently than whatever Toshinori has planned. Until we meet again, Mina. It's a pleasure to meet you. Toshinori, do not do not put her in danger. Your quirk is extremely powerful. Yumi, are you trying to steal my successor? Oh, I wouldn't dream of it, All Might. I just want to make sure the girl's prepared. For, well, the responsibility that comes with your quirk. She's going to be the future #1 hero. I want to make sure she's not lacking. Until we meet again. As Izumi walks off, she's starting to explore more around the city. In turns to All Might. Oh my, who exactly is, Izumi? She's kind of cold. Yeah, that's one of the personality traits that a lot of people see of her. That's what anyone's seen of her. She is becoming the lead woman in quirk research, even surpassing David and Melissa Shield. Her her work, it's a bit, how can I say this without speaking bad of her? Extreme. Despite her personality and her morals, she would help you great a deal. What I can't teach you about my quirk. She knows quite a bit about well, one for all. Amy was walking back to her laboratory as she heard the big commotion as Izumi sees two pro heroes dead. As it's the water hose hero as Izumi sees Muscular as he's about to crush Koda. As Koda closes his eyes, ready to be killed. As Koda opens it, as he sees a brunette girl holding onto Muscular's fist with one finger. Muscular, muscular, cork, muscle fibers. Could condense his muscles to be quite a brutal weapon. Ah, see, you know me, girl. How about you get out of my way so I can kill this kid? I think not. Don't worry, little one. Let your big sister handle the this villain. Immediately, Izumi backhands muscular as he goes flying into a building. Muscular begins to activate his quirk as his muscle fiber starts getting increases his size. As he rushes at Izumi, as Izumi just casually dodges it, with just moving her head back and forth as she's yawning. Oh, you're boring. Mock me, girl. Why? It's so easy. You're a you're an idiot. It hurt me, girl, when my muscle fibers are activated. As Izumi grabs onto Muscular's wrist, is that so? As she drags her nails into Muscular's arm, as she rips out a big chunk of the muscle fibers, as she knees him in the stomach, as she face palms him side to face, as he goes flying back into the ground, as Izumi begins stomping on his chest, as you could hear as you could hear the impact from Izumi's fist hitting Muscular's face over and over again. Picks Muscular by the face, lifts him up in the air, as she tosses him like a piece of trash, as he skids across the ground. As Muscular's trying to get back up, as Izumi kicks the back of his knee, as he shatters his right leg, as he screams out in pain. As Izumi hits back, he as Izumi hits the back of Muscular's head, knocking him out. As Izumi flips her phone up. This is Izumi. I need a villain picked up. He's already been unconscious. Unfortunately, he killed two heroes. He was about to kill a kid. I was walking in the area. I suggest you get some pro heroes down here, just in case he gets back up. As Izumi picks up Koda, as he's crying, as she's patting on his head. It's alright, dear. That bastard killed my parents. Finally comes rushing. Koda, thank God you're right. And you are? I'm his aunt. Is that... Is she telling the truth? Little one. Yeah. Vera, I'll leave you in her hands. Thank you, big sis, for saving me. No problem, little one. Muxer will get what's coming to him. If not, I'll deal with him personally. As men like, and who are you? Name's Izumi Midoriya. I'm a temporary member of the safety committee. I happen to be in the area. I'm glad the little one's not hurt. You take care of yourself, Koda. Izumi bends down to Koda, to Koda's level. If you ever need to talk, you just give your big sister a call. As Izumi gives Koda her personal number. That's my personal cell number. Don't lose it now. As she ruffles his hair. See you around, little brother. As Koda yells, bye, big sis. As Koda's still going to be a lot of wreck because his parents are dead. But Izumi is helping. As Izumi is going to help with Koda's, anger problems towards heroes and all general. So we won't have that scene at the training arc. Square was arrested. Pause, short pause. He's still going to be in the League of Villains. Izumi's just going to encounter him earlier than instead of canon, where Ezekiel met him for the first time in the Forest training arc. I just changed it where they know each other. After this incident, Muscular, yeah, he's going to be well aware of Izumi. Somewhat. She hasn't fully activated her quirk. She's only been fighting in her base form. She wants to keep that secret for right now. She's kind of embarrassed by the form. She doesn't like the lack of clothes that the form provides, so. Because she has to dress a lot more skimpier in that form. She doesn't like it, but that's just how it is. Izumi decided to pay her mother a visit as she takes a taxi as she gets dropped off at her mother's place. As Inko sees her as she rushes over to give Izumi a hug. Dear, you haven't visited me in a while. Sorry, Mom, I've been quite busy with the lab. So, what's been going on with you, sweetheart? Oh, I applied to UA. What? But you don't have a quirk. Oh, I fixed that, Mom. What? Yeah, my work. I have officially created the very first artificial quirk. Permanent artificial quirk. What I've been doing recently is just temporary ones. I have finally broke the formula. It's going to UA is the perfect testing ground for my abilities I want to test out. You and your lab work, why don't you just get a boyfriend? Mom, I have no interest in dealing with men. Then a girlfriend then. I'm too busy for that, Mom. Work is my main priority. Sweetheart, I'm always looking out for you. It's not healthy for a young woman like you to be so focused on work. I just want you to be happy, sweetheart. That's all. I know, Mom, but I'm perfectly happy. No, you're not, daughter. I wish you would I wish you were more of a people person. But I guess that's not how things are. Come on. Can you at least stay for tea? Of course, Mom. And thank you for sending Amy. She's been a great help. She's been helping me around the house. You have staff for that, Mom. I know, but it keeps me sane. Very well, I will. If you want to do it, it's you helpful. You're a grown up, so I might be cold, Mother, but I love you, right? Yeah, I know, dear. I just kind of wish you had a social life. a mother can dream. Who knows, sweetheart? You might find that special person at UA. Highly doubt it, Mom. As they spend several hours talking with each other. As she waves her mother goodbye, as she leaves, as she gets back to the laboratory, begins doing more research. As she spends her time doing research and training her quirk, and helping with Amy with hers, the sludge villain. Amy is a blonde American woman. As it's the next day, as Izumi stretches out, gets out of bed, and makes a cup of coffee. As she's going over something that's on her desk, that's in a file. As several pro heroes come barging into her office. What is it, pro heroes? What do you want? We're here for the sludge villain. Oh, yeah, unfortunately, the sludge villain did not make it. During the progress, he died. He was unable to keep his form as he faded away. I have the report here. He did not survive my experiments, unfortunately. No matter. He's a dime a dozen. Is there anything else? No, there's not. And tell your little boss to stop sticking their nose in my business. Go back to your master, whoever he is. Well, whatever hero you fall under while you're here. Oh, and before you leave, if Night Eye wants some information out of me, he could come to me himself, not send you low-grade heroes. Leave. I've always hated that man. So damn stubborn. As she opens the file, as it's a picture of some sort of monster. As it's a picture of a Nomu. As she's been keeping an eye on Dr. Ojiko. What are you up to, you crazy son of a bitch? According to what I found out, he visits one bar occasionally on the same day of every month. Interesting. No matter. But I wonder what this creature is. Is this even human? Sure doesn't look like it. No matter. It's not like I'm gonna come across it anyways. He's not my problem at the moment. Ma'am, if you don't leave, you're gonna be late. Oh yeah, I believe today was the entrance exam. Think that's what they hold it for? Oh, might as well get this over with. Is there anything else I should be aware of? Secretary? No, Miss Midoriya. Very well. Continue your work. Contact me if something comes up. You've been doing good work. I don't say it as much, but I do appreciate your hard work. Thank you, ma'am. As Izumi walks off, as she gets into the vehicle, as the vehicle starts to drive towards UA. Don't need to show off too much. That's enough to get in. Definitely won't be transforming. That's going to be saved for a later date. And the fact that I hate the color pink. It could have been any other color, but it had to be pink, of all things. As she's remembering her mother trying to put her in pink dresses, as she totally hates the color pink. She finds it too girly. We're going to probably stop our part off here. and sorry, in the next part, we'll deal with entrance exams and maybe the first day UA. We'll probably cover the quirk exception test. Little Zawa does. So, hope you guys have a good night and day. Judge my time zones, and I'll catch you in the next video.